Well, the sun is out today, which is nice, but it is cold. So cold. And the wind is blowing a gale. And it's only September. Feels like the middle of winter. I am hoping we'll get some nicer weather before it descends into the depths of winter. And I keep asking the same question. Where's my global warming? And of course, whenever they talk about global warming, it says terms and conditions apply. Excludes Wales and Northern Ireland. I'm not a religious person, but if there is a God, I think he's trying to tell us that the politicians are lying to us, because every time we talk about global warming, it gets colder. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm concerned about the environment, the amount of pollution that we're pumping out, single-use plastic wastage, all of those things. When you're driving along, you can smell the exhaust fumes. I'm just not convinced that is causing the climate to change. And I do accept that we're doing a lot of harm to this planet, usually in pursuit of more money, bigger profits. So there's no doubt that we're doing incredible harm to the planet. And when I say we, I don't mean we as such, because let's be honest, we didn't close down the hospital, so the nearest one was a 30-mile drive away. We didn't decide to wrap apples in a polystyrene tray in cling film. We were quite happy picking our own out. Corporate greed has got out of hand, and everything is just measured by money. We talk about cleaning up the environment and doing things to make people healthier. The first question is, yes, but how much money will it cost? Because that's really the only measure in the capitalist society. People's success is only judged by how much money they've made. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the actual weather. Around about this time last year, I think it was, I was persuaded by my wife to get a turbo trainer, a smart trainer, because she's concerned about my safety, and I appreciate that. I really do. Because some days, when it's icy or the wind is too strong or the rain is too hard, it's a little bit dangerous going out on the bike. But she knows that I love cycling. And I want to go out and ride. And I eventually found one on the Facebook Marketplace. And my wife said to me, well, if you get a new one, you can get a 12-month subscription to Zwift. And I said, I feel like that's a waste of money, because I'll only use it a handful of times in the winter, because I'll be honest, despite the whatever the weather, I like being out on the bike. And there have been times when I've been quite nervous out on the bike in the bad weather, thinking I really shouldn't be out here today. But I've still enjoyed the ride. I do like being out on the bike. And I do ride all weather. I go out in the rain, I go out in the cold. I mean, it rains a lot in the summer, but being wet is a little bit different from being cold and wet. But still, once you're out in the rain, yeah, it's difficult. You stand at the door and the rain's coming down and you think, oh, I don't want to step out into that. But once you get going, it's fine. And once you're wet, so, you know. It is easier, I've said this before. It's a lot easier if you go out and it's not raining. Even if it starts raining, once you're out, you've got to get home anyway, so you just carry on riding and it doesn't seem to be as bad. And the cold is okay if you dress appropriately, which of course sometimes you get wrong because you misjudge the weather. Anyway, I got the Smart Trainer and I sold it again because after a year I hadn't used it. And it's a big piece of equipment to store. You see, it's because I'm old. Virtual cycling doesn't work for me because I'm a real person. I like the feel. I like the feel of the bumps in the road. I like the feel of the wind rushing past my ears and the sense of achievement. I like all of that. And it's amazing how things have changed. Because a lot of people make comments and tell me I'm the odd one out. Because people say to me, why would you want to go all the way to another country to visit a museum? You just look at it online. And I feel that's really sad. And loss of touch with reality. But of course, people say, yeah, that's just because you're old though. And maybe they're right. The world's changing. I'm old. So don't fight it. Let the youngsters carry on and do what they want with it. But nevertheless, I still feel slightly sad about it. And some people have told me that they never ride on the road at all. They say, why would you want to go out when you can ride your bike at home? And I think of my cycling and I think, wow, what an incredible amount of experience you're missing out on. Because embracing the cold, fighting the wind, riding in the rain, they're all part of the cycling experience. And you go out in the rain, you go out in the cold, and you question yourself, you say, what am I doing here today? And when you get home, you've enjoyed the ride. And I just feel like in the modern world, there's too much virtual and not enough reality. So this winter, I'm going to ride my bike. And on the 1 or 2 days where it really is too bad to ride, I think I'll stay at home and watch telly. I mean, one of the comments my son made when I got the Turbo Trainer, he said, you'll need to find something else to do while you're riding because it's so boring. So maybe it is an age thing, but I'm not a virtual person. I'm a real person. I like going places, seeing things, experiencing things, and I love cycling. The other thing that makes me laugh is the way that they talk about how they've got new technology to make the ride feel more realistic. And I think, well, if you want it to be the most realistic it can, get on your bike and go outside.